Okay, what are you making?
Making ceviche. Right now I'm just chopping the garlic out really small. And I think I'm gonna smash it a bit, make a little bit of a garlic paste. But yeah, ceviche is a typical Peruvian dish. Of course, we don't get the same ingredients as we would in Peru, but I'm doing my best with what I got. So we're gonna be using, normally that would be ají limo or rocoto. I don't know what the translation for rocoto is, but instead we're using habaneros for the spicy kick. Then I got chopped cilantro. I'm chopping the garlic right now. And basically ceviche is fish cooked in lime juice, and most of it is prepping really. We have onions here cut thinly like that, and they're right now sitting on water with salt so that they don't lose any of the crunchiness. And we're almost ready to go. We have potatoes boiling over there. That's just there's a little side dish. It's a pretty spicy dish, so yeah, it's nice, and having something like potatoes, sweet potato works as well. Corn works too. So I was planning on using corn, but not anymore. Just gonna go with the potatoes instead. And yeah, we're pretty much good to go. I don't know if I should ground the garlic. Probably should make it into a little bit more of a paste. It's not very much that I'm using anyway, so maybe with just a spoon will do it. I know I look really pro right now, so. Alright, and we're pretty much ready to go. We have fish here. We're using snapper. Obviously, we'd rather be using Peruvian fish, like maybe wow. I don't know what the translation for that is, but snapper will have to do it this time around. And yeah. So it's mostly prepping really, which I've already finished. So we're gonna add the garlic now, and a few onions, just so that it starts mixing the flavors. Not all of the onions yet, just a few. It starts taking that flavor in. Yeah, it's pretty much just adding all the ingredients that we've been prepping. We're gonna go with lime juice now, and this is what cooks the fish. So you'll likely start seeing the fish change color a little bit. I use 6 limes, and we'll probably be adding a little bit more as we go. Alright, you can already see the fish changing color a little bit. Do you see it, Petraeus?
I do. You sound like you actually know what you're talking about too.
It's because
I'm impressed.
We're gonna put in the cilantro, just to add in the flavor. It's not necessary to have cilantro, but it's always nice.
Otherwise known as coriander.
Sure. Or culantro in Spanish. We put a lot of cilantro there. It's very thinly chopped with my knife skills, so it is what it is. And this you add depending on how spicy you want it to be. Fenner and Rob will also be eating, so I'll probably add the second habanero after, just for my own plate, because Fenner and Rob are kind of pussies when it comes to spicy food. So that should give it a little kick. You can see the fish is already cooking. I mean, it's changing color, and we're gonna let it sit there for a little bit. We're actually gonna add a little bit of ice. And what the ice is going to do is it's going to bring down the temperature, so that yeah, the fish doesn't overcook, and it kind of goes back to the temperature that it should be. It's a very fresh and cold dish, so that's what it should be. Now we're going to finish adding in the onions, and the dish is almost ready to serve, provided that the potatoes are almost cooked, which they should be because I put them around 20 minutes ago now, right, Pet?
Yeah.
So it should be good to go soon. Just want everything to absorb the flavors and combine with each other. To finish this off, we're gonna add a little bit of milk. Not very much, and that's very optional as well. And yeah, the milk will add a nice color to the sauce and kind of cut the lime juice. So that should do it. Unfortunately, it's 2% reduced fat milk, so it is what it is. Does it look delicious, Rob? Rob's in the camera. He's pretending not to be there, but it looks delicious, I know it. So this is pretty much ready to serve. And of course we know I'm all about presentation, so let's taste the sauce real quick. It's pretty perfect, I gotta say. You add a lot of salt early on and some more salt to finish it off, because the lime juice kind of cuts down on that on the flavor of the salt. I know how to use pepper grinders. It's just finishing seasoning off with a little bit of pepper. By a little bit I mean a lot. I really like my stuff spiced up. And we're almost good to go. Yep, the fish is pretty much cooked now. Perfectly cut in little cubes. Not too little though, medium cubes I would say. The ice is almost finishing to melt. And again, this should be almost ready to serve. Let's taste one last time. Yeah, that's good. Pinch of salt. What's funny, Rob?
You're ridiculous.
I'm not ridiculous. I'm a chef.
He's a chef.
So let's see how the potatoes are doing here. They look pretty much ready. You don't really need much seasoning in those. So I'm gonna just use a cup of potatoes here for the first plate. Has to look immaculate, so it's kind of my thing. They're really hot. Got it. Potatoes. Normally you would use bigger potatoes or again, sweet potato, also known as camote in Peru. But this time around, we're using baby potatoes. I really like babies. So. Generous portion. Very generous. This onions don't look great in the plate, so I'm gonna take them off because it's how I roll. Then I have that now. You know, I'm just gonna put a few more onions on top. This is why I bought the plates, but do you believe me now?
Yeah. Just remember there has to be more plate than food if it's authentic.
Oh, would you like to give it a taste?
Sure.
Okay. GG. Thank you for watching. Peruvian ceviche.